And I think we're live. Yes, we are. Action.
Really?
Yep, we're
Hmm.
live on here.
I don't see it.
But now,
Mm-mm.
and I think we're live. Oh, good sound too. Love it.
Okay, there we are.
And I think we're
And we have sound.
live. and Penelope and Chris.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hello, I'm Penelope.
I'm Chris Hunter. We'd like to get some information out about Vina. Rona.
Corona COVID 19.
You're after a drink, right?
Yeah, we can drink. It's after 10. Is that what you said?
information out about turn off my volume there. Rona.
Corona COVID 19.
You're after a drink, right?
Yeah, we can drink. It's after 10.
Oh, is that
All
you?
right, so
Sound coming through your side? Information out.
yeah, I can hear everything just fine. Let's get going.
Okay.
So, do you want me to screen share first what I found?
Sure, hit it.
Okay, so first, in the course of the
Oh,
very
is that
first
you?
week of
Sound coming
hearing
through your
about
side?
the virus, I went out and started doing some research. And right off the bat, one of my friends brought me this document, which is all in Chinese, but this man's picture right here. So then I noticed that it looked the same as the picture that I had here, which, let's see, I don't know if I can make it look bigger. I'm looking for YouTube to see if my screen share is happening or not. Yep, there we go. And so this is stating something very interesting. And I thought, I've been saying it over and over again. And then I started doing a dig on or research on this name here, Miles Kwok. So this is stating on February 2nd of 2020, Miles Kwok. He also goes by Gaio Wingu Wingwai is determined and he's willing to assume full responsibility for this comment that is made in this. It says the real culprit of the so-called coronavirus in Wuhan is released by the cadre, this party abducting China, of Chinese Communist Party led by Wang Qishan, Ming Jingshu, Sun Lijian, Jing Zemin, and Yang Jieshi. I'm sure that I butchered those names. I'm sorry to any of the Chinese nationals that would be upset about that. The group in Wuhan with Gao Deyan, Deyin, and that's whom's pictured right here. Right here, this picture with the glasses, is making and disseminating the coronavirus to Wuhan, Hubei, and then all over the world. There's the most authoritative Chinese military website representing the Chinese military portal. And there's the address right there if that's what you want to go to. You can find many answers. This is what Pandora's box. And that's what we want to talk about tonight is Pandora's box, because all along Pandora's box has been something that we didn't have any answers to until today, when more information started to come across and we started putting puzzle pieces together. This is what Pandora's box, which Yang Jieshi of Chinese foreign minister said, and it's also part of what we've said about the Pandora's box. The result will be 3 weeks later, about February 29th, 2020. And now, mind you, I got this on the 2nd of February, and we started wondering what's going to happen between the 2nd and the 29th of February. So stating, it says, while everyone will see seriousness of situation, I hope the wisdom of the people of the world can stop the magic spread. This says magic spread right here. Magic spread of Pandora's box. Destroy the incarnation of the devil, and they call the devil is the virus. They call it the devil. Chinese Communist Party, as well as reduce the killing of good people by the coronavirus in the United States and the world. Everything is just beginning. So that made me wonder what was going on. What is magic spread of Pandora's box? And then I found this document that is from recently. I found a document that is from the internet, and it states, oops, I'm not very good at all this, you guys. You have to be patient with me. It states about the Google GFT. And in the Google GFT, let me make sure I got the right one first. This one here.
You're very good at it. Don't.
No, I'm not. I'm a mess. I am a total mess. I'm so new at all this stuff. So in this Google GFT, which stands for uh, Google Flu Tracker, and it talks about how this software was used back in 2008, starting how they would use it to track pandemics, to track the flu happening all across the world. So, in this what ended up happening is it was flawed. GFT was flawed. And so, because it became popular in the media, so they ended up switching over to what's a Canadian company called Blue Dot. And then in the Blue Dot, they found they needed more with Blue Dot and they added AI to it. And this is stating here that recently the outbreak of a new coronavirus in Wuhan in China has drawn close attention from the World Health Organization and health institutions around the world. Among them, Wired magazine reported that a Canadian company, Blue Dot, was the first to predict and release an epidemic in Wuhan through an AI monitoring platform. I think this is worded incorrectly as saying it released the epidemic, but it actually it predicted the epidemic through an AI monitoring platform, which has received widespread attention from domestic media. This seems to be the result we most want to see in the predicting future, with the help of big data precipitation foundation and AI inference. It seems that human beings are able to figure out God's will and reveal the original hidden in chaos. The law of cause and effect among them tries to save the world uh, before the natural disaster. And so in that, it piqued our interest, and we found that this is the same document, I believe. So let me bring it down and grab this one. So it's all about big data, and they're wanting to use AI to predict infectious diseases, and they're obviously not the patent of Blue Dot. In fact, as early as 2008, AI, the powerhouse Google, has made less successful attempt. That's why they got rid of the Google GFT. I kind of backtracked a little bit there, but the point is that this AI has been used to track the pandemic, and it did predict openly that Wuhan was having an issue. And if you go in and further investigate or research about the two, GFT and Blue Dot more, you'll find out how they use it is by figuring out where it seems as though there's an uptick in activity concerning it's starting out like a flu with colds, everything from Google searches by using words, right down to people purchasing medications more frequently at, you know, pharmacies or, uh, you know, other things like that, so that it makes it apparent that there's something going on in certain regions or areas. And that's about all I have right now, Chris. What do you have? Uh-oh. Am I I'm just crackling noise. So I don't know if it's see if it's on the internet or if it's my internet. It must be my internet. Okay. No, I didn't play the Miles video. I can do that right now, though, if you want me to go into that before you do your part. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah. Okay, so they can hear me just fine, though. Hi, Robert Coleman. Because I don't hear you real fine, off and on. Okay, I hear you now, but all right, so let me get this video up and going. Yeah, I can hear you better now. Okay. So I'm all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screen share this video. It's captioned and therefore he goes a little fast. I'm sorry about that. I do have pictures though that I'll show afterwards that will show the highlighted part that we want you to catch the video. Uh-oh. Hello. Okay. Oh, let's make sure that it's popping up on YouTube before I hit play. Can I drag it up? Yes. Okay, good. We're up and going. Oh, well, okay. So he's talking. I got to change my mic. I always forget about that. But I have learned. I have learned. Okay, now we'll go back. I'm learnable. That's what they say. It's a rumor. Okay. Can I drag it up? Yes. Now, did that audio come through? Because
Good.
it didn't seem
We're
like
up and going.
Oh,
I could still
well,
hear it.
okay. So he's talking. I got to change my. I swear. Okay, I can hear you. Okay, we're ready. Uh, let me start it over till that little bar goes down.
Up and going.
Oh,
I could still
well,
hear it.
okay. Yeah, so do you want me to fix this so you can hear him? Right. Yeah. People can't concentrate with you talking. Do you think? I mean, is it hard to read and Chris? Is it not playing? Do you need sound? I mean, like you said, he's talking Chinese. I mean, granted, Robert Coleman's driving and he doesn't know what he's saying, but if you guys want me to read it aloud, I'll read it aloud. Okay, well, I'll read it aloud so that you'll stop over talking while people are trying to read it. All right, I'm starting over, people. Do you need sound? I mean, that's why I didn't tell about it precisely, but I'm going to tell you today. The Wuhan epidemic is the result of internal political fight. It's not the result of the CCP's group decision, not the group decision to create the virus and release it. That's impossible. The virus was created by some evil people. Either Xi Jinping or Wang Qishan, Yang Jieshi, Ming Shanchun, or Sun Lijian. No matter what faction it did it, the goal was to destroy their opponents. It was one faction trying to use it to achieve something, but lost control in the end. And it didn't matter which side did it. It's all related to Hong Kong. The epidemic caused by the virus was definitely to be used to crack down on Hong Kong. The people who wanted to crack down on Hong Kong could either be Xi Jinping or Shanghai Gang, led by Wang Qishan, Meng Xishan, and Yang Shishi. The fight between the two factions, one of them wanted to crack down Hong Kong by releasing the virus. It must be Guy Jiang who them is controllable. I promise it's 100% controllable. I can tell. All right, I got to go back just a little bit. The people could either be Jing or Wang Qishan. Okay, so he gives the same names that I just read off from February 2nd. He says, this is the fight between the two factions. One of them wanted to crack down on Hong Kong by releasing the virus. It must be Guy Diang, though told him it was completely controllable. He's saying that they said that I promise it's 100% controllable and can kill anyone I choose. And it can't be transmitted from person to person and so on. I got some messages from our friend this morning, but I haven't read them yet. At Hong Kong, and the name was Hong Kong. There's two names, two people, Anne Anne Hong, and Rick. What was the other name? Rick said it's even transmittable by aerosol, and aerosol, which is droplets from sneezing. It's smaller than PM 2.5 or 0.025. That will be terrifying. That means the Wuhan Institute of Virology, where Guy Jiying and Shi Jianling came from, is definitely the military facility built by CCP. What is it for? For biological weapon research. This is a 100% legal institution for bioweapon research for the CCP, but to use it as bioweapon to do something has to be decided by a group of people. It was not the group decision of the CCP. That means someone wanted to use it to deal with the problem in Hong Kong and had to promise that it was controllable. Be it a lie, bragging, or misjudgment, but lost control in the end. The result of the epidemic in Wuhan came from political fight, fraudulent scientists. And third possibility I mentioned, though it's those families of the arrested officials who have been waiting for the opportunity, to release the virus, just to vent my revenge. What did it lead to? Okay, we got to go back a little bit. And third possibility I mentioned is it's those families of the arrested officials who have been waiting for this opportunity Okay. To release to release the to release the virus. Darn it. He goes so fast. Who have been waiting for this opportunity. The one, finally got this opportunity to release the virus, just to vent my revenge on society. What did it lead to? No matter who are, be it the Shanghai gang of Wang Qishan, Yang Jishi. And then he mentions the same names again, Sun Lijian and Ming Zhu. Or Xi Jinping, I want you all dead. You can only feel this attitude of karma and revenge in the political circle and from the wealthy in China. The end result was when the CCP wanted to play with a controllable Pandora's box. The Pandora's box really opened. It can't be put back in anymore. This is my judgment. This is my prediction. So, this is the answer I can give to the world. The virus is CPP's biological weapon. It released from the Wuhan laboratory was due to loss of technical control by the experts. See? This is revenge. It was the result of some people in the CCP. Let me turn the volume down. I think my headphones died. I think that's why the volume came through. Well, we don't need the sound though. But he's going to talk over me so they wouldn't be able to hear me. Right? Okay. The virus is CP's biological weapon. Its release from Wuhan laboratory was due to loss of technical control by the experts and dissatisfaction towards Xi, Wang Qishan, and the CCP. This is revenge. It was the result of some people in the CCP trying to use it to destroy Hong Kong, but destroyed themselves instead. It's that simple. This is what I think. Man. So I do have the important parts that he said. I do have them here. Um, right here. So I'll screen share that real quick so people aren't confused about what just happened. Yeah, The Marvelous Adventures of Byron Trump. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. So what he said in this, okay, I read you the first blip that I found. I showed you the biography of the Wang Qishan. And then at the beginning of that paragraph, the second thing that I showed you, it said that Miles Kwok, this is Miles Kwok, also goes by Gaio, was taking responsibility for the next things that I stated, which those things that I stated is that there was a cadre that was taking over China, and these people were affecting the CCP, and as if they were trying to take over the regime, is what it seems like to me. Is that how you're getting it, Chris? and then they state something will happen by February 29th of 2020, and that Pandora's box has been opened and the magic spread had started. So then that was on the 2nd of February. And then a couple of days ago, I get this video and it's translated. And in it, he states, "This is revenge. It was the result." Now he's calling out the people, the cadre. He's calling them out. He's used the same four names, four or five names the whole time. He mentioned him in this on the 2nd of February. He's mentioned him here again, and he's mentioned him several other times. We see him on the War Room with Steve Bannon. And so then we did some research and found that him and Steve Bannon hooked up in 2017, shortly after Bannon left the White House. Okay, so Miles is a billionaire dissident. Is that what they call him? He's a reject from China. Okay, so then he says Wang Qishan and the CCP and dissatisfaction towards Xi. Then he states, and dissatisfaction toward, or yeah, same one, and loss of technical control by the experts. Then he states it released from Wuhan laboratory was due to, man, I might be going backwards here. Let me see, actually, because I uploaded them all. Okay, yeah, no, we got it. Um, so he's saying the virus is CCP's biological weapon. And let's see. I'm sorry, I'm out of control here. I'm out of control. No, I'm out of order. Yeah, its release from Wuhan laboratory was due to loss of technical control by the experts and dissatisfaction towards Xi and Wang Qingshan and the CCP. So he was saying, actually, in the other thing, he said Wang Qingshan released it and the CCP. And this is revenge, and it was result. And then down here I do have where he says it was released from the laboratory and the virus is a biological weapon, and this is just his opinion and this is his prediction, is what he states. And he says down here, I don't know how all these got out of order, but he says they lost control and they were playing with something that was not controllable from Pandora's box. And Pandora's box really opened and it can't be put back anymore. And this is his judgment and this is his prediction. So it goes along with what I read on the first thing where it stated that there was Pandora's box and the magic spread. So, I mean, I didn't know what magic spread was or Pandora's box. I had looked it up and I wasn't finding anything on the internet about it that was going along in the same lines of what, anybody um from what he was saying. So, all I could pretty much do was, just wait until it was mentioned again. And again, here it is. It's mentioned right here. It said, I hope that the wisdom of the people of the world can stop the magic spread of Pandora's box and destroy the incarnation of the devil, Chinese Communist Party, as well as reduce the killing of good people by the coronavirus in the United States and the world. Everything is just beginning. And it states the result will be 3 weeks later, about February 29th, 2020. There. Is that a good lead in for you, Chris? So Willow had dropped, that's another researcher that we have in our group. He had dropped a tweet that he had found that had one little expert from a book and it was underlined in red. Do you want me to grab that, Chris, or do you have something further to go with it? The tweet that Willow dropped that had the, underline? Okay, go ahead. Do you see it on YouTube? Because on my YouTube, I don't see it. I just see the lab doors. That's all I see is the lab doors. I don't see your I mean, on my on my computer screen, I see the page and it's circled, but on the YouTube, I don't. Okay. I see the okay, now I see it. Wow, it's really lagging. Well, I mean, I guess my internet's lagging maybe. Okay. All right, so I see it now. What doesn't mean anything anymore? The page didn't mean anything anymore? Uh-huh. Yeah, it doesn't work for me. Yeah, I do better without it. There you go. It's so weird. It puts the box there, but I can still see all of your screen. So what's the point? Yeah, I do it from getting past the advanced. I don't choose it. Yeah, Lee Chan, I think is right. Dr. Lee Chan. Hmm. Research Center. And this book was written when? 1980 what? Uh-huh. In around 2020, a severe pneumonia-like illness will spread throughout the globe, attacking the lungs and the bronchial tubes and resisting all known treatments. Almost more baffling than the something will be fact that it will suddenly vanish as quickly as it arrived, attack again 10 years later, and then disappear completely. So, it's almost as if it's been predictive. Oh, he said it would miraculously disappear. Yeah. Yeah, they're, the CDC and the WHO are saying that all you need to do is wash your hands and there's no need to wear a mask. Yeah, MERS, the camel virus, of which you can even catch from drinking camel milk. Um, well, I see you at the top now of Zoom. Mhm. You want me to read it? Okay. Well, I'm not reading 330 pages. I quit at 120. Yeah. Yep. Right. Hemorrhagic. Well, it is affecting the organs. I'll agree with that. They have found that if they catch it more than once, their organs are affected directly. Yeah, your mucous membranes are vulnerable, but we're not here to fearmonger. We're here because we found this connection about the Pandora's box for the magic spread and that other statement that said that it all begins 2/29/2020. Chris, did you find something that was about Pandora's box that was in that book? Uh-huh, I think so, yeah. I didn't know you sent me the audio file though. Oh, yeah.
And for sure, if the people in this installation got the idea that Danny's newfound psychic abilities were a result of the parietal spot, right in front of them, Jack, the brain. Tina felt ill, an affinity for who was an heir to both the fortune of the Pennsylvania Alexanders, a 10-passenger jet that belonged to the network, and the aircraft took a battering from the high-altitude winds that blew across its assigned flight corridor. Henson, a powerfully built man with white blonde hair and cat-yellow eyes, was afraid of flying. Did, taking the money from a wad of cash he'd stuck in his pocket, rather than from the wallet that supposedly had been stolen. He admitted, Bellicosti was supposed to give us the information we need to interest a top-notch reporter in the case. Not now. So how in one of the languages spoken on Earth? After all those months, and all those meetings, and all those network-approved writers, we had too little material to launch a series, regardless of whether it was titled From the Torment of Storytelling, although none of it had to do with developing my novel into a 2-hour filmed entertainment. Mona Lisa,
We said
the
it was at the
Louvre
end.
Museum, the Colosseum. Alexander said, that bastard's killed one of us now.
Well,
He can't get away with it.
so Well, so what you found was is that they call the lab Pandora's box. Mhm. Right. So it just seems like, it's an awful lot of coincidences. And we wanted to put that out there so that you guys would know and be more aware of what's being said in the background, in the back channels. But then also, Chris has done some research and found that what did you call them, Chris? The actions that they are supposed to be taking for preparing? Right. Right. Protocols and procedures. Well, I know they're not doing something right because the base there in California, one of the bases, the people actually drew up their own petition begging to be tested. Yeah, they feel that they're not being excuse me? It's my understanding that the way that they know they had tested them once and they wanted to be tested again at the end of their 14 days because they were to go home and they didn't want to go home unless they knew for sure. So they asked to be tested and they wouldn't do it and they were just begging it. So were they put up a petition. They pulled together a petition for it. Logo that we had nothing to do with. The eyes. Mhm. We do, Real Insomniacs on Sunday mornings at 1 AM Eastern Time from 1 to 6 o'clock usually, but I'm Central, and last week, Chris, I guess I was all mixed up and we were supposed to go another hour. Yeah, but we like to do it on the late hours because, news from across the world comes out. Uh-huh, at those hours. Well, I don't see you anymore up there on Zoom. I'm fading pretty fast and I still have packing to do. Don't forget to like and share, you guys. We hope you find, more information. If you're interested, drop the links or get in touch with us. I've been at 3. I think I have 3 subscribers. Oh, yay, lucky me. It's funny how many people get kind of overwhelmed when they see all the riches. Thanks, Robert. Oh, okay. It's like, can you make me queen? Oh, never mind. Sorry. Uh, You're welcome. Good night. Y- yeah, I'm leaving in 2.5 hours. Bye.